We are live. I guess that makes the Chelsea fans alive, but that team's awful fucking dead. I'm waiting for my boys to show up. We're gonna do this. If pardon me, if you have small kids in the room, I would remove them. If you have sensitive ears, I would go away. Because this ain't going to be a nice, happy stream. This is going to be, I'm going to rip your head off and shit down your neck. This is what this is going to be. Now, I might have a different take sitting here on this side of the pond. But for me, that lineup was absolute garbage. Absolute garbage. There is no attacking presence on the pitch when you have a attacking three of Broja, Mason Mount, and Conor Gallagher. It's like three blind mice up there. I mean, Broja wasn't bad, but the dude is young. Where's Aubameyang? Did we not pay for him? I'm lost for words. Did we not pay for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang? Here's one of my boys right now, Josh. I hope you're intoxicated because I would not like to start this game sober.
Yeah, I didn't expect too much more than that, to be honest with you. It's pretty terrible. Pretty terrible. The standard is really, really dropped. Yeah, not good. Was not. I don't have much to say. It wasn't from the start to the finish, from the lineup to the performance. Just really, really poor.
Well, what'd you think of all the Cobham stands out there today? We had six starting Cobham players in the lineup. I mean, that's supposed to be fucking somebody's wet dream right there, but they look like garbage. I'm sorry to say.
Yeah, bar Lewis Hall, they were all pretty terrible. Lewis Hall actually posted pretty good today, but yeah, I mean, not good. Not good from pretty much everybody on the pitch. So.
Why am I going to throw any shade at an 18-year-old? He was playing with Mason Mount in the first half, and I don't care if you had I don't name a left back. Teo Hernandez there. He's still going to look like garbage playing next to the biggest fucking fraud I've ever seen take the pitch in Mason Mount. This dude, I used to be a fan, but he ain't gotten better. He's gotten worse. And I don't know what it is, but he's gone backwards. He is not good enough to play for Chelsea Football Club, bro.
Without the paycheck.
Yeah, he's just not there, man. I don't know what to tell you. Like I was shocked to see that he was in the front three today in attack, and it was again just another one to add to the list this season of just poor performances. He was really bad today. Again, yeah, just nothing from him.
Well, talk to me about this lineup, bro. I was like, what in the hell? Are we just trying not to score?
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like when you look at it, the first thing you see is like, okay, well, you played a striker in Broja, but who's supposed to create for him? I mean, like, who's supposed to be the one there that's supposed to give this guy service? I mean, if it's Mason Mount, you're in trouble. Mason Mount hasn't done that all year. He hasn't provided service to anybody this season.
No, I'm trying to keep it as R-rated as possible and not to go to NC-17 or XXX because I'm about done with some of these players on this team. And yeah, let's
it's poor. Go ahead. It's poor from everybody.
And let's talk about the coach because he put the fucking lineup together, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
Well,
supposed to
again,
be
this is a miss for me again from Potter. I honestly don't think he's hit on a lineup yet in the Premier League as a Chelsea manager. You can point to the AC Milan games, and that's fair enough. But Reece James was in both of those teams, and he covers up a ton of issues in this team. So the lineups he's been picking have just been really, really poor for me. There's no clear. Again, I said this earlier this week on Lewis's stream. I wouldn't care about the lineups if we were showing some sort of consistent play of consistent style of football, but I don't even know what style of football he's playing. It's not like I'd be okay if he was trying to force a style of play onto the players and we weren't winning, because then I can at least say, well, I can see what he's trying to do here, but it's just not, we don't have the guys for it yet. But I can't even say that. I don't know what the hell he's trying to do. I mean, you have Sterling, who was sick. So you would think the obvious replacement for a guy like that would be another winger, and he puts in two midfielders in attacking positions. And obviously, I don't think Thiago was supposed to play today. That's Ruben gets hurt, so we got this sort of kind of change the personnel a little bit. But
why did you have to do that? Now,
yeah,
why? Again,
right.
why did you have to bring on Thiago Silva? You could have bring Pulisic on that position, because it's not like Ruben's there for his defensive quality. Let's be real. I mean, yes, he can defend, but he ain't there for that.
Right. Well, and you mentioned before, in our chat before the game, it looks like he's trying to pack the midfield. Well, he didn't even do that. He brought those two guys on, better midfielders, and they didn't even pack the midfield. They just played played like their own sort of, played like wingers. Neither one of them were really in the midfield doing anything additional to help the team. I just don't quite understand what the idea was today as far as a game plan, and I've yet to really see anything consistent as far as the style of play, pattern of play,
style.
Lack thereof, lack of style. Yeah, it's not been good, at all.
And we have the style of a blind man with no hands.
Sure.
Sorry.
But he could probably still pick something random out of the closet or something, and occasionally get it right.
I don't know, man. What I'm saying is
that was a really bad analogy, Jared.
It was a great analogy, because do you know how blind people pick out their clothes? By braille.
By smell, of course.
No, by braille. If they don't have any hands, they can't figure out what clothes they're putting on. Come on, man. It was great. You just had to think. I'm sorry. Damn it.
I think plenty.
Hey, by the way, I'm in my vintage Corn Follow the Leader concert shirt. Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, side note, I'm probably one of the only people that actually just listening to this stream actually knows who that is, and I also fucking love the band. So shout out to you. Early, middle, and late 90s.
Bought that CD in the 8th grade, by the way.
8th grade, yeah. Fuck you very much.
As in leaving me, no, not again. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know who the opening band was?
No. Oh,
Zombie.
Probably. I was. Oh, by the way, one of the best horror directors of the last 20 years.
Yeah, that's when he had the Hillbilly Deluxe out.
Nah, Rob Zombie was fucking amazing. Probably actually still is amazing. Still making good content. Yeah. All right, Jared. Let's. Well, I'll say this.
Mason got the play.
So here's the deal, and I said this on the live. Oh my god, on the live stream, I'll say this. Look, when you're dealing with any type of group, you have to understand what the group is before you say what type of leadership you're going to show. All right. So with any group that you have, it can't be your leadership that dictates what they're going to do. You have to read the room. You have to know what you're dealing with. And when you come in and you are someone that doesn't yell, when you are someone that is all about the mental health, because that's now just a way to just exonerate people. and their bad deeds. And when you're all about treating them as human beings and you care about their feelings and you want to be a progressive manager and you want to talk about the holistic way of dealing with players, guess what a group of players like this will do? They will walk all over you because they're looking at this and they're saying the same thing that the robbers in America said when all these politicians said defund the police. They're saying, oh my God, it's going to be a fucking melee. We're going to be able to rob anybody we want. It's the same thing with this. If you allow these players an inch when it comes to that type of inch, they will take a motherfucking marathon's worth of miles. It is pathetic. It's pathetic that we are allowing this to happen. And it's a $60 million problem because we did not properly vet the personalities that we have. And we allowed a guy to come in thinking that he could be a hippy-dippy, I am the new age, I am going to treat these guys like human beings, not like employees, but, a flatline leadership where everybody's the leader and everyone gets to contribute and everybody gets a say in how we do things. Yeah? Yeah? You sure about that? You sure about that type of leadership? Yeah? Because how's that going for you? How's that going for you? Well, you allow a voice from everybody. Where Mason wants to play and therefore he gets to play. Oh, yeah, Mason likes to play. Fuck you, Graham Potter. Fuck you. You are not the man for this job. You never were. I don't know why we allowed the antithesis of the previous manager to come in and think that it would be something different. No, in fact, it's worse. It's way worse.
Yeah, so I am growing out my neck beard so I can kidnap Graham Potter and take his place. So there'll be some changes after the World Cup.
Thanks.
I had to do that. So
are these players really that bad, or is it a mentality issue? It's both.
Well, I think that one leads to the other, right?
Absolutely. It's a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope. You allow them to fucking get away with shit, and they will continue to do it because they get paid regardless.
Yeah. Well, since you've heard this side of the pond's reaction, let's get somebody local. My guy, the Winter Surfer, brother.
Hello.
Unfortunately, Andrew didn't get to hear my diatribe, which was unbelievable. Unless you did hear it. Okay, you heard it. Good. Good, because I meant every fucking word.
Okay. That's good.
And I also really like you, Andrew. Thank you for coming on.
No problem. Thanks for inviting again.
Well, you're part of the team now. I mean, come on.
I listen. I'm not emotional about it because I expected this type of performance. These players just don't have it. I don't care who you've got in charge, what philosophy they have. I don't think these players are good enough. They've been under 3 different philosophies now, and they've turned up shit under all 3.
-1 situation, -1 moment.
Yeah, minus the Champions League. That's it. That's all it is. It's one thing I love about US sports is when they blow up a team, they all blow it up in one summer and cancel every contract or something like that. That's what I love.
Yeah.
I wish it was ironic. You showed more fight after the game than in the game.
Yeah.
You showed more fight. You showed.
I didn't watch the end.
So at the end, there's something happened. Like Kai
they had a fight.
After, like push handbags, pushing each other.
Yeah, great. Yeah,
it was not a fight.
That is a fake tough guy fight.
Yeah.
In fairness, he was definitely getting chopped off the ball basically his entire time.
Let's Andrew still got something. Let's hear about it. Sorry, Josh. I just want to hear.
I will listen. I will question Potter with the lineup. This fascination of playing Ruben Loftus-Cheek at right wing back has got to stop. If there's no one there available, don't play the wing back. Just play 4 at the back. Just do this. Just do that, please. Just do that. Mount. And how is Broha supposed to do anything with Mount and Gallagher behind him?
Andrew, I didn't even know Mason Mount was playing. I'm not being a prick. I'm literally saying I didn't even know he was playing.
And then it's like, I just listen. I don't think the owners have helped this guy set him up at all by bringing him in the way they did. They should have brought him in. That's when they bought the club if they wanted him, and then he could have a full I hope he takes I hope in the next 5 weeks he's able to actually truly see something and work it out and go,
Yeah.
I can trust this player, I can't trust this player. I've got 5 weeks now is my preseason, essentially. It's now my preseason.
Well, it is, Andrew, and it is, but he will get players back, not just players, but crucial players. He will get them back.
But even the players at the World Cup will be coming back in dribs and drabs. It will be like a preseason.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I mean, all the English players will be back out after the groups.
Andrew, can you start with figuring out a style of play? That would be an amazing style.
Yeah, I mean, Josh, can you imagine a style of play where we're getting pushed back into our own third with a keeper that can't pass, and yet we're passing the ball back to the keeper
every time?
Oh my God! I mean, oh my God, man!
It's just terrible.
Andrew, the other thing I want to talk about, because you mentioned the American side of sports.
Yeah,
there was this moment after the game on Wednesday where Azpilicueta was telling everybody to come back on and clap for the fans. The funny thing is if this was in America, American fans would demand that the players walk their fucking ass down the tunnel.
Yeah.
And don't you dare patronize the people that paid good money to come to that sport, to come over and clap at the fans. Because in America, if players did that after a loss, it would be considered humiliating and condescending to the fans. That is the cultural divide between America and in England, is that if you lose in America, you walk your fucking ass down the tunnel.
We don't want to
we don't want to see your fucking bullshit. Don't you dare come over here and clap at the fans, because guess what? We paid money to watch your bullshit. Don't you dare come over here and patronize us. No fucking way.
I don't care. This whole so wait a minute. The guys who you just watched haven't played well. That by all rights, you have been, and I get this, you've been slagging off for 90 plus minutes. That your suddenly opinion is going to change in them because they come back and clap to you for 30 seconds.
Hold on, I gotta say something real quick. Y'all can't hear it probably because I have my loudness filter way up, but I have a crow outside my window. And it's kind of apropos that there's a crow out there just squawking away because he knows something's dying.
The crow doesn't
dying, man.
The crow doesn't have $60 million, so it's kind of irrelevant.
Well, it is what it is, but the same. I don't care who you put.
No. You're right. I'm not blaming. Look, I'm not saying the manager or any of this shit. What I'm saying is that this is just embarrassing in a comprehensive manner, because it's not just the manager, it's not just the lineup, it's not just the setup. It's Conor Gallagher not even be able to hold on to the ball. Like, he receives a ball, and then all of a sudden it's a 50-50 challenge, and everybody says Conor Gallagher is aggressive. Conor Gallagher is aggressive because he has to be, because his touch is so heavy that he gets into 50-50 challenges more than any other player on Chelsea. Yep. That is why he's aggressive. It's because he has to be, because he fucking sets himself up to fail.
Look, let me say something real quick.
It's amazing that you didn't just acknowledge that. But okay, go on.
Look, they are what we knew they are. They are, or something like that. Sorry.
But here's the funny thing, Jared. You say that, but 7 months ago, we fucked up Real Madrid at the Bernabeu.
Okay, this is where you see the difference in managers. Thomas Tuchel, on a game-by-game basis, is much better tactically than Graham Potter. It's not close. Plus, I believe we had a young man by the name of Reece James on the pitch. Was he on the pitch?
Nope.
Was he from Real Madrid?
Yes. Not only that, but he also stopped.
Okay.
He also stopped one of the best wingers, if not the best left winger in the world.
Reece James is the best right back in the world.
He's not just the best right back; he's one of the best players.
That's fine. But I'm saying this because it makes a difference to have your best player not on the pitch. We've now have 8 injuries, so does Graham Potter even know what his squad's all about? Because
but Jared, that's fine. But at the same time, you can still start Thiago Silva. You can still start Aubameyang. You can still start Pulisic. You can still do those things instead of what we had today. which was an unbelievably naive lineup, probably mustered in the minds of someone that's 17 years old.
Bro, that was my opening. You're speaking to the choir here. We do know.
Well, I'm sorry. I was late to the fucking opening. I'm making
Hey.
lunch for my friends. For fuck's sake.
Was
My bad.
Was there a tossed salad in that lunch?
Well, no, I'm making it for in a couple hours. God damn it! And no, it's Mexican. I'm making Bex burritos. I'm making Bex burritos.
Yeah, there's a burrito involved, I'm sure.
Well, there's probably multiple burritos involved.
Okay, that's it. We're right up on that line right now, touching the edge.
My man,
look,
you put it into existence. I'm going to tell you what's what.
All I have to say is,
all right, let's get back on track. Let's get back.
No, the lineup was terrible. Look,
it was terrible.
That's without,
Andrew, come on. Jared, come on. Josh, come on. It was terrible.
Yeah, I mean, it allowed for zero like stability anywhere. Like you had no link in attack because neither one of Gallagher has a final ball in him, but that's not really what he does.
He's gonna have to have a first touch in order to set up that final ball, dog.
Yeah, and we've seen Mount this year just not creativity is not something.
But Josh, like you said before, Mason likes to play, bro.
Yeah, he does. Well, he got his opportunity today for an extra 7 minutes. But yeah, no, it was really, really unbalanced. Like I know I mentioned, Jared said in the group chat, maybe he's trying to pack the midfield with Gallagher and Mount, which would have made sense maybe if that's what he did, but he didn't even do that. Like those guys weren't packing the midfield; they weren't doing any extra dirty work in the midfield. And so if that's the case, then it makes zero sense to do. And then, yeah, like Jared was saying with Ruben, if you're going to play Ruben at right wing back, you're basically playing him for his ability to get forward and maybe some strength on the ball. Well, you could just do that with a winger if you're going to do that. I just don't. I don't know what kind of football he's trying to play, so I can't even really get into his head about why he played this player or that player because I don't really know what our football idea is. Are we playing 4? Are we playing 3? Are we attacking the wing? Because right now it looks identical to what we were doing. It's passes back, slow movement through the midfield, try to play a little bit of possession. Today we sat back against Newcastle, which is just again something I never thought I'd see in my footballing lifetime.
But Josh, let me ask you this question because this is pertinent to what you watch on Sundays. And I'll say this, I don't know what our style play is. If you watch, Mike McDaniel, who is, 5 months ago, the most improbable hire ever, and yet now is going to be tipped to be the coach of the year, and he may be, going very far into the playoffs. Mike McDaniel is the head coach of the Miami Dolphins. Mike McDaniel is some hipster doofus in the vein of what people think Potter is, but Mike McDaniel is not Potter because Mike McDaniel has got a fucking plan. He has had a plan for 15 years. He has had a style of play that he says, we are doing this. We are going to open space down the middle for slants that are 8-yard passes that get 15 to 50 yards after the catch. That is his plan, and he's been implementing it. And what I'm saying is, you look at that, Josh. You look at that coach, because you watch that coach every Sunday, and you say to yourself, he has got a plan. He has a plan. And then I look at Graham Potter, and I say, what's your fucking plan, dude?
Well, right, and I said this before. I don't mind if we're losing, if Potter is playing guys and we're trying to play his style of. I'd rather him force his style of play onto the players and us lose than him try to adapt to players and try to figure out a way to get the best out of them. No, if we can all agree that most of these guys aren't good enough to be here and they'll probably be gone, then you should be trying to implement your style and put your imprint on the team, and he hasn't done that at all. I don't know what he wants to do. I don't know what his ideas look like. We are missing a ton of starters. That's one thing, but again, if we were just looking at a style of play and losing, I can say at least I know what he's trying to do. But I can't even say that. It's just
I would give him more time.
Disjointed.
I would give him way more time if I saw an identity. Now, maybe his excuse is that no Fofana, no Reese. And I get that because Fofana and Reese together, probably the best defensive duo on a flank side, probably in the world. And I get it. I get it. No Conte, even though I think he's past it. Okay, gotcha. It doesn't excuse no Aubameyang, no Pulisic, no Thiago Silva to start the game. Okay? Instead, you're playing two players that are way too similar together that both completely left Amanda Broja isolated. Again, and this is not the first game. This is like the third or fourth game in a row where the striker receives the ball and he's like, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do with it because there's nobody around me.
Well, look, we can beat that horse into the ground.
I apologize because we actually did have shit around him when we played against City during the week. I'm talking about Premier League games, not the City game, because in the City game, when we countered, woo, it was nice.
Why didn't we play the same lineup then?
Jared,
it was basically almost the same lineup.
No, Pulisic wasn't in there.
No, I'm saying
Cucurella wasn't in there. Zakaria wasn't in there.
Okay, besides a few players, we played the same formation. You could have played.
Okay, so there's a difference between the same formation and the same players because there's a difference there. Marco Correa was playing instead of Aspi. Okay. Zakaria was in there. Christian Pulisic was in there. Ziyech was in there. Okay.
Yes,
and look. Okay, bro. Look, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be such an asshole. I know we're all frustrated. My bad, Jared. I apologize. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, my point was we played the same formation. Why not play the same players? Because they.
I know. My answer is that I don't know.
Look, let's be realistic about this. Mount and Gallagher are fine. They have not shown with all their time here that they're a savior of this football club. They are at best squad players. At worst, they are overhyped, never will be's. Okay, that's the area they're in. That's okay. Now, saying that, for the Cabanistas out there, I thought Lewis Hall looks the part.
He's so good, man.
And
I'm not just Jared. We're not just saying that because he's a Cobb player. He's just a good player.
His passing is amazing. I mean, really spot on. Too bad he was passing to Mason Mount in the first half. If he would have been passing to Christian Pulisic, you would have had more attack.
Yeah, I mean, Jared, Andrew, Josh, let's be very clear. None of us are Cobham guys. We're not, because it's just, you can't build a team of academy players. This is a player, Lewis Hall, who is just simply good. I don't give a fuck about age. Good enough is old enough. This is a player that is, what would you say, the exception to the rule, where he's just good. And it's okay that he's 18. He's just good. Andrew, am I wrong in this? Because if I'm wrong, call me out on this. I just think fuck the Cobham nonsense because none of us subscribe to it. We just think he's good.
You're on mute.
Andrew, you're on mute.
You're on mute.
Sorry, to do something under Tuchel last year. I don't know what it is. I don't think there was any need to use him while you still got Cucurella and Chilwell. So there was no really need to use him until now.
I'm happy to know that he washes his hands afterwards.
And
I was filling up my water bottle, asshole. No, what I'm saying is that Andrew, I just think he's good regardless of age, and not the Cobham shit. Not the Cobham shit.
People asking where was he? You know, I'm just
no. That's not fair question. It's not a fair question.
Yeah. So I'm just. Is he good? I'm really not jumping on any bandwagons with these kids. Two performances ain't going to do anything, really. So I'm just. He looks like he has fundamentals, but
yes,
I just don't know at the moment. I'm just not hyped about any of these players at this moment.
I'm not hyped on any of them either. What I'm saying is that I just feel like right. But what I'm saying is that I'm not a Cobham guy, and I'm just saying that. I just think he's good enough to at least be part of the first team. That's my point. And why was he not included before? Yeah, because Ben Chilwell and because Marco Correa, they're both $50+ million players. That's why.
Yeah.
No shit.
but he's also a midfielder as well. You could,
Yeah, but
he look, having a left-footed midfielder, and I'm sorry, I would throw him in the midfield rotation as well.
so
Because there is not a damn midfielder who's played on that pitch for the last week that's worth their paycheck. And that includes your guy, Mateo Kovacic, who is absolutely garbage today, by the way.
okay, gotcha. And I agree with you. Just because he's my guy doesn't mean I can't say he's played poorly. I can definitely say that. I know that. It's okay.
So
So,
I
Andrew,
don't care.
But
who plays
Andrew,
in the
I want to
midfield.
be very clear, Andrew, about what I said previously.
Yeah.
What I am saying is that I think that he is good enough to be in consideration to be part of the first team. And I don't like when fans say that about every Cobham player. I am just saying that he is better than the idea.
Well, let me say this real quick about the manager. I'm sorry, Ryan. I didn't mean to cut you
No.
off.
I'm done. I'm not, my part was done.
Yeah.
Yeah, in regards to the manager again, like, listen, I'm all for like planning a guy again who earned a start, which I do think Lewis Hall earned a start after that last performance. I thought he played really well. But I need to see. If you're going to be again the manager of the team, I need to see some consistency on that basis because Dennis Zakaria put in an amazing performance against Zagreb, and then was dropped against Arsenal. Played like 6 minutes at the end of the game. I need that same sort of consistency throughout your time here. If a guy plays well and he earns a start, and again, Lewis Hall did just that. He was very good again today. I'm all for that style of coaching, but you need to be consistent with that because Dennis Zakaria again probably could have played today. If I'm being honest, we the way we were playing, where we were just kind of giving up the ball, it doesn't really matter anyway. You have Kovacic in there to do really not much. Like Jared was saying, he didn't really do much today. I need especially when you're trying to like assert yourself to be a long-term manager, you got to have some consistency in your decision making. And
so Josh, I've got a great retort to this that actually is part of what you just said. So you guys ever seen the movie Heat? You got Pacino, you got De Niro sitting there across from each other. Pacino says one thing and De Niro says, there's a flip side to that coin, What if I see you coming? I won't hesitate to put you down. Well, here's the deal, Josh. The retort to that is if you're not playing well, you should not be getting time. If you're not playing well, and this is a meritocracy, then Mason Mount should not be getting time. And yet again, Josh, much to my chagrin and your chagrin, he once again got fucking time that I don't understand. I don't get it because I look at these things. I try to look at these things objectively, Josh. I try to. And I say to myself, okay, what is best for this team? What is best for what we're going to do today against Newcastle? It's a good team, good midfield, really good right winger at the point right now. Pride of Atlanta United. Shout out Almiron, very good player. And what do we need? It wasn't Mason Mount because he didn't do dick today. And it just shows, again, it reinforces what I'm saying is that you want it to be a meritocracy, Josh. Yes. You want to reward good performances, Josh. Yes. And I'm with you. But there's a flip side to that coin, says Neil McCauley in Heat. There's a flip side to that coin. And that coin is not being given the same fucking dedication to the other side. And I am furious that it's not. Because it's not just unfair, it's also irrational. And I'm sure that everyone in that locker room that looks at Mason Mount and sees all the opportunities that he is now squandering, I am sure these competitionaholics are saying to themselves, this fucking guy again? This guy again? Anyone that's been in any locker room and looks at a player that's being favored when he shouldn't be given time and he's given time, all the other players are saying, you got to be fucking kidding me. Because I've been in those locker rooms on both sides. And it's just ridiculous. I don't understand, Josh. I don't understand. Because the flip side of the coin is not adding up. It's not.
Well, let's first of all, did you know, fun fact, that De Niro and Pacino were actually not sitting at the table together.
It's not true. That's not true at all. No, that's been debunked.
That is very true.
It has been debunked by Michael Mann himself. He went on the Rewatchables podcast and debunked it himself.
I'm sorry. I know from insider source that is actually true.
So, again, you're wrong. But Jared, what I will do is I will graciously send you the link afterwards. But you're fucking completely wrong because
whatever.
I'm very certain about this.
Okay, well, there was another point to this, as in
go on, but I'm very certain about this point that they were filmed with a wide lens, and actually, if you look at it in widescreen, they were actually in the same frame. So, okay, moving on. Okay,
whatever.
I win, Jared. I win.
Okay, that's fine. Well, you got to get some prize after that speech.
it was a great speech.
Okay.
No. So Jared, so tell me about tell me about meritocracy, because you do have to reward players for doing well, but you also have to punish players like within the context of the team when they're not playing well, dude. Come on.
Well, I didn't know Aubameyang play today, man. That was crazy. I thought for sure he would. And then he wasn't even like one of the subs. He wasn't warmed up at all. Like, I like Armando Broja. I think he's a really good player. I don't know that he's. I don't know that he's like actually earns starts at this time. I think he's earned minutes, but I don't think he's done anything exceptional to say like, yeah, he should be the starting striker.
Josh,
I was very weird. There was a weird look about him. Had a weird look about him. No, you're fine. You're fine. It just, I just thought it was an odd person to leave out and then sort of not even be on your radar to bring in when you're chasing a goal. A weird one for me today, for sure. I don't know if there was something going on there. Maybe they had a conversation during the week or something, but that was a weird person to leave out.
Josh. Well, can I say it before Jared? I have a quick quip before you go, Jared, if I may. Josh, if you've ever worked in finance, if you've ever worked in marketing, in order to be able to ask for something, you have to bring something. So, if you go into the office of your manager and you say, all right, so this is what I'm bringing to the company. So now I'm going to ask for a favor, right? Because that's how business does actually work. Graham Potter, if he had gone into this World Cup, this 5-week break, and he had won today, and if he had used the assets that he had available, like Pulisic to start, Aubameyang to start, Thiago Silva to start, maybe Kai to start, then perhaps he could go to Todd during this 5-week hiatus and say, so now this is what I need. I don't just need Christian Nkunku in June. I need him now. I need Leao now. So in order to go into your boss's office, you have to bring something in order to ask for something. And Graham Potter today, Josh, in my opinion, has squandered that ability to go into Bully's office and say, yeah, I just lost 4 in a row, but hey man, can you do me a favor?
It's more of a sidebar than a quip.
It's not just a sidebar, it's actually how these things fucking work.
Well, he's to me, he's managing like a guy who, exactly what we heard this week, his job is under no scrutiny right now, and it won't be for the rest of the season. So he's managing like that, in my opinion. I mean, it sounded like top 4 wasn't a request that the ownership staff had for him. And they let him know that if he did not reach that mark, it wouldn't be his job wouldn't be on the line. So for me, that's how he's managing. He's managing like a guy who feels like he's safe at least for the rest of this year. But
that shows such disrespect to the club.
I agree, but maybe he just I don't know what the mindset that would never be my mindset, so I don't know how to.
No, I could never imagine. Josh would go into today's game and play the best lineup that he could. Fucking World Cup be damned. I don't give a fuck about World Cup.
No.
Why anyone that thinks these club coaches care about World Cup? Anyone that thinks of Pep Guardiola or Klopp thinks about World Cup, they fucking do not. They don't give a shit. They hate international football. Get out of here, man.
So, first of all, I'd like to put this He doesn't have to get top 4 bullshit to rest.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
never heard Graham Potter nor Todd Bowley come out and say he doesn't have to get top 4. This again is from these freaking media people that I'm guessing discussions happened around when he was being brought in, but nobody's ever come out and said top 4 is not a must. Not either on Graham Potter's side nor Todd Bowley's side. So where this is coming from, I don't know. Second of all, we've seen this show before from these players, and they've done it under the last 3 managers. And the core of this team is rotten, and it needs to be thrown out with the garbage. It's time.
No,
and I'm
name
talking-
them. No, name them, Jared. Name them.
Sure. We need to get rid of Mason
You
Mount.
better. By the way, you better fucking start with the captain. I swear to God.
Well, no, I'm going to start with the person who's worse than the captain, Mason Mount.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Aspilicueta needs to go. There's no use for having him on the team other than we didn't secure a backup right back. That's the only reason he's here. He doesn't provide the leadership everybody thinks he provides. I've been saying this for 2 freaking years. Nobody listens.
You and me both, brother. You and me both.
Let's see. Hakim Ziyech doesn't want to be here. He hasn't wanted to be here for 2 years.
Yeah.
Let's be real. I don't know what the reason is. We couldn't get him moved out this summer and find a replacement to come in. Well, I can tell you why. It's because our manager, one of the reasons he wasn't here, was dilly-dallying his new thing this summer instead of being involved in what the club needs to be involved in. I say what I want to say, allegedly. So,
by the way, you can say whatever you want to say. I say whatever I want to say all the time, so you can go right ahead.
So there's part of it.
I fucking love Jared, by the way. Anybody that doesn't like Jared, suck a butt.
Yeah, I cannot be asked to put this. Everybody wants to have a scapegoat. Guess what? It's not a scapegoat.
Hey,
Jared, here's your scapegoat.
Jared, can I interrupt
here's
you for
the
a second?
scapegoat. Roman Abramovich is the fucking scapegoat. That's
Jared,
the
I want to
scapegoat.
interrupt you for a second because you just said I cannot be asked, and Andrew's people say I cannot be arsed, and the actual word is asked. So I appreciate you for using the proper word.
Oh. Well, I could have said axed too.
Oh, Jared, don't go there. Come on. Jesus.
But
Go on.
Roman
Arsed.
Abramovich, this is his fault.
Yeah.
You think this shit happens overnight? That the team just goes bloop? No. This was because the management of the club had not really been engaged in the club's success for years. They were just pumping money, throwing money after the problem left and right. But there was no structure. There was no program put in place for one manager to succeed after another because it was just chop and change and chop and change and chop and change. And then we had a transfer ban, youth. And all this overhyped bullshit that we have on this team now. It's rotten to the core. It needs to go. You need to bring in some players with some actual fucking talent to actually try and win a league title. That's what I got to say.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Andrew, what do you got, man?
Let's just say it's taken us years to get like this. Why does anyone think it's going to take us months to get out of it?
You want, it's not going to. It's not going to take months.
We are a house that we're trying to pile new things on the foundations that are not there, or they're rotten. When you really try and rebuild a house or anything like that, you find more problems the deeper you go. This is rot. This is severe rot. And you know what? It's on and off the pitch. Okay? As a collective, these players suck. They are the worst in 20 years. This is the worst squad in terms of attitude, in terms of skill and everything like that. It is so bang average. And they think they're better than they are. and they think they think that we'll just go on to another new manager. No, man. You know what?
This is the end of the line, Andrew. This is the end of the line.
But you can blame Potter. That's all fine. But you don't know the best of a manager if you don't help them right away. And all managers need help. I don't care what they say. Yeah, even Tuchel needed help. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that you have to give Potter the players that he wants to buy and he wants to see if it works, because otherwise we just rinse and repeat cycle all over again, and we'll win a cup every 2 years, and people will overrate everything, and then we'll cover everything, and then we're having this conversation in 18 months' time. I'm just tired, man. I'm just tired. I want stability, but I want change, and you know what? Change is going to be long. People are preaching.
By the way, Andrew, change is hard. By the way, change is hard.
People are preaching they want change, but only with the person they want in charge.
Yeah,
you know
their way. They wouldn't change their way.
Like, look. I'll say this. This was something I said the other day. Sorry if this is gonna take a second.
Is it going to be a long one?
No. Well, my point is very simple. Everyone was, fuck. I said it well. Sorry. Come back to me. My apologies, guys.
Look, it is like we said. If you go into a hoarder's house to try to clean out all the garbage they've collected, it takes time. It's not a one-day job. And we hoarded crap players for so long. And a lot of that crap is gone. Let's have it. I mean, this summer, a lot of it got cleaned out.
Yeah, it still needs more.
There's more to go.
Jared, I got it. Jared, I got it. So I got it. So this is what I said. And I think this is pertinent what Andrew says, because look, Andrew is an adult. Josh is an adult. Jared is an adult. Me, I'm trying to be an adult. Look, Chelsea fans said that they were all for a rebuild in the summer. Chelsea fans said that they could handle it. Fast forward a couple of months, and these fans are asking for the second managerial firing of the fall. It's staggering. Now, I said, Potter, I'm fucking joking. Here's the problem. If you really want to rebuild, if you really want to go through eighth place, fifth place, Arsenal, if you really want that, you better be prepared to go through it, because otherwise you're just saying that you're ready for it and you're not actually ready for it. A rebuild is a rebuild is a rebuild. And a rebuild is fucking painful. It takes a long time. And I cannot imagine that anybody in this ownership group is willing to do that. But money solves it. I understand that. But it's going to take a lot of money. And it's going to take at least a little bit more patience. I said at the beginning of the season, it will take 3 windows. 3 windows. I said it. And we have had 1. And Potter has had 0. So we got 2 more.
A half.
No, he didn't have a window. That wasn't his window.
These players were bought for Potter.
Okay. Well, no one knows that for certain.
Okay.
We're going to get – hold on. Give me a second. I got 2 more windows. And then next fall, I will discern what's going on.
Well,
I got it. Look. I am so frustrated, and you are so frustrated, and Andrew is so frustrated, and Josh is so frustrated. I know, but I am most frustrated about the lineup, because I would have picked a better lineup, and I don't need $12 million to do it. I would have done it for free. But exactly. At the same time, I have to say, Jared.
Good Lord. Who was that?
I burped. Actually, I burped. Jared, we can't fire him because it's too expensive, and we're just going to have to just sit in this. But in these 6 weeks, I hope he fucking figures it out, because he's going to have to, what you and I know as a come to Jesus moment. That's some Southern shit, but he needs to have a come to Jesus moment.
Jesus. And he better You didn't say it right.
He
Phil.
better
It's
come hell or high
Daisy.
water. Come hell or high water, Jared. He better fucking get right. He better get right with God, and he better get right with his squad.
Well,
Screw
look,
that, man. Make a deal with the devil to get rid of some of these players now. That's what I'm saying. Just
Yeah,
do
but
that.
here's the deal. I think that we can do that. No, what I'm saying is that
Yeah.
we can buy in January and we can sell in January. So why fucking wait? Why fucking wait until
I know,
June?
yeah. I agree. I agree.
well, one of the names that has come up again in January is Romeo Lavia.
I mean, ooh. I thought you were going to say Liao because we're definitely buying Liao. Anyone that's reading the tea leaves, we're going for Liao, like 100%.
That's the summertime. I'm talking about wintertime. Is good.
No. I'm not talking
It's-
about summertime
you
for
are.
Liao.
Because
For
January
Liao,
is
I am-
midfield time.
Well, no, that's Alvarez, bro. I think that's Alvarez.
There's going to be 2 midfielders coming in January. 2.
Lavia is going to be. Does
Good.
Lavia have a? Does Lavia have a principal match? Or sorry, a cost meeting clause with Man City, where Man City can match.
Then they have first refusal, don't they? So
They have
first-
Yeah,
First
that's
refusal.
what I'm saying. Is first
They're not.
right to
They're,
refusal.
they're not going to match 50 million for Romeo Lavia. They won't match 50
Mm.
million. They've got other plans. Pep has other plans. I'm telling you, they won't match 50 million for him, and that's what's going to take to get him out of there anyway.
Has Calvin Phillips impressed him?
it's not being fair
No,
enough.
they just bought him. They're not.
What
Gonna,
I'm saying is, has Calvin Phillips impressed Pep?
He's been injured. He's
He's been injured. He hasn't played. How can he? He's going to be at the World Cup though. I guess.
Andrew, is he as good as Rodri?
No, I don't think he is. But I don't think
Is he good enough for City?
I don't know. I don't think you really need to put. I think City can cope with I wouldn't say average, but maybe not the greatest players, and then be fine. I think they have missed someone like him in this midfield this season. They saw it today. They missed something like. I think he's a good player. I don't know what he's like in a Pep system because I've never watched. He's not played.
Yeah, but the other thing I want to say, Andrew, is very simple: is that anybody that says that Man City broke the game and it's an unbeatable team, I watched Tony and Brentford deserve 4 goals on Man City and got 2.
Yeah.
And Andrew, I have to really push back, not on Chelsea negativity, but Premier League negativity about Man City.
Yeah, but Man City always have one of these games per season. They lose to a
No,
team
it's not just this. It's the way that they play, because the way that they play is the same every single time. But if you play the same every single time, where it's get a wide cut ball, which is what they do, when you throw all that elaboration and all the passing and everything, what they really want to do is they want to get their wings out wide in the final third outside of the 18, and they want a ball on the ground in the box for someone to be running in. Oftentimes a third man run that no one sees, which is a coaching thing, just to tap it in. That's Pep's fucking system. If you want to talk about Pep's system, that is it. Get it wide, final third, cut ball. And they do it every single time. But if you can plan for it, and if you can prepare for it, and if you can execute the game plan to stifle it the way that Brentford did today, then guess what? City can't do shit because they have no second plan. They have no plan B. This is the only thing that they know.
So what you're saying is City's beatable.
They're not just beatable; they're predictable.
See, it took me only one line to say that.
Yeah, but Jared, if you say that without an explanation, then you're just being someone that doesn't like City. The fact that I explained it, as opposed to your elementary response to what I said, I'm actually the one that gives reason for why I think that City is beatable. You are just saying, "Oh, City's beatable." Well, fuck you. Give me an explanation. I just gave that.
Kalito would be one of those supervillains who monologues a lot, who lets the hero get away.
Yeah, but and the hero's escaping while he's doing. He's Dr. Evil.
But here's the funniest thing about that is that I would have a second-hand villain that did everything while I was talking. He would be the person that actually executed the robbery, actually executed the villainy
already
while I
happened.
was talking.
Carlito's doing a monologue, but everything has already happened.
Right.
it's
So
like-
it is actually a smoke screen. And
Yeah.
guess what? It's a diversion.
He is the
So you're
monogamist.
glass. That's who you are. You're glass.
They call me Mr. Glass. By the way, anyone that hasn't seen Unbreakable, it's one of the best superhero movies of all time. Go
Thank
watch
you for that, Ryan. Mind the gap. We'll remember that. But look, we do have
No,
an
you
awful lot
won't.
of-
Fuck you, Jared. No, you won't.
So we do have an awful lot of players coming back after the
Yeah,
cup. I will say
yeah.
that very, Reece James, thank God. Josh had to
Mind the
bounce.
gap. Mind the gap.
But Reece James comes back. Maybe you get Conte for a game or here or there before he gets injured again. I don't think we're going to get Kovacic back from the World Cup. I think he'll go to have surgery.
I bet he has an operation.
I bet he has surgery.
Yep, I bet he does.
Well, so this is probably a plan that Chelsea's had for a while, and enter Edson Alvarez.
Yeah, I get that. That's fine, but we still need to have a creative midfielder come in. We have no creation.
So
out of
the
that
creative
midfield.
midfielder that you're talking about is Christian Nkunku. Sorry, Christopher Nkunku.
No, I'm talking about a deep line
Somebody-
playmaker.
Yeah.
Well, no, a deep line playmaker and a number 6 and a D mid and all these things. Those are entirely different things. What the fuck are you talking about? Do you want a Pirlo that can't defend but can still spray long balls? Jared, you're gonna have to be
you play
very.
them together. You play them together.
No. This is
You
the
play it
reason I'm
now?
saying the reason. No, Jared. The reason I'm saying this is because I actually set up lineups. I know what this is, and I also don't like jargon on Twitter and on YouTube where
Okay, fine.
where people say, we need a creator, but we need a creator from the 6, from the 8, or the 9, or the 10. It's like, okay, look, coaches don't actually think that way, and they don't actually speak that way. So you're going to have to tell me what you want, Jared.
Well, in midfield, combination of 3, however you want to set them up. I want to have a defensive stopper, right?
Okay, so who is that?
Can I finish?
No, I want to go one by one. So
your defensive stopper would be Alvarez.
Okay,
Okay.
which is someone I just said.
Yes, sir, you did. The second type of player I want in my midfield is somebody who can play through balls from deep and is also press resistant.
Okay, so I have your perfect example. It's Frankie de Jong.
Right? Or Bruno Guimaraes or
So let's have it right, as Johnny Minerals would say. That is impossible because Newcastle doesn't need money, and they would never give away their best player.
but
because it's their
I'm
best
saying
player.
that type of player.
Right, but they're never going to give him up.
Okay, that's fine. I could do with Moises Caicedo too. 'Cause I
Oh,
think
you
he
could
can do that
do
as well.
with him. Okay, how much?
I don't care. I'd give 60 million for him in January.
Side note, I agree with you, but is he a great through ball player?
He's better than what we have on our team right now.
Because what you just said is you want a midfielder to play alongside Edson Alvarez that can also spray through balls.
And then you have number 10, like a Nkunku, that is the creator in the offensive third.
Yes.
If you get into a flow into the offensive setup and you're not able to free somebody with the through ball. So that's my ideal setup.
So where does
Those-
Romeo Lavia go into the equation?
Well, he would be the deep line playmaker now, wouldn't he?
Well, no, but you just said that Caicedo would be.
Or Caicedo. Look, I'm saying there. I'm giving you different names.
No,
Caicedo
I
could
hear
be-
you, but what I'm saying is that you didn't say that before.
Okay.
And what I'm telling you is that I agree with you. I agree with all of these players, 100%.
Okay. Well,
I
and
agree
that's
with
how
you.
I would make my midfield and go from there. As far as wingers, look, bring me Liao, bring me, I don't know.
I don't
think
actually
you're talking
know.
about.
I don't know if we want more than that. I think we're good.
You're talking about Terrier from. Is it Ren? You're talking as well. So
I don't know about that. I don't know about that, Jared.
Well, yeah, I don't like Yuri Tillemans. If y'all watch me long enough, I think that dude he does great moments, but basically he's garbage for me.
Tielemans? Who mentioned
You're,
Tielemans?
Chet did.
Oh, no.
Tielemans for me, he's part of the overrated Belgian squad. That's fucking Tielemans. Overrated.
No, we would buy Madison before Tielemans. Let's be fair.
Oh, I would swap him out for Madison today.
Hey, buddy.
Today.
Buddy,
Actually,
get
a
line,
10
get
who can
line.
actually score.
Hey, let's ask the British guy. Andrew,
British guy.
talk to me about Matters.
Madison,
Yeah.
I think he's severely underrated.
Yeah.
I think he's got something like in 2022. I think got something like nearly 30 GNA or something like that.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable numbers.
Yeah, I think he's. Listen, I don't know what he's gonna. How do you measure his limit? Well, you got to take a chance, didn't you? You got to take a chance. That's the thing. You can't measure it by Leicester's standard. I think he's outperformed Leicester. I think he's entitled to move on to a bigger team and see what he can do. Listen, I don't think we're at the moment with this squad. I don't think we can afford to turn our nose up at anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? The way they're performing. It's like, I understand, but given the absolute crap we have right now, I'm just sorry. I'm just not going to be that. He's not really Chelsea quality. What is Chelsea quality? Because it's Chelsea quality.
That standard is dropped.
That if you think this is Chelsea quality, then I can't help you. And
This is not.
We
Chelsea
are really
quality.
in bad shape if you think some of these players are Chelsea quality, because they're a disgrace.
I think Madison's best stat is I think he has the most goals from outside the box in the Premier League.
It's not just that. He's creative, man. He's creative.
Look,
Like Jared, really, the guy gets the ball and people are worried. They're worried when he gets the ball. We don't have players like that.
No. And that's what Nkunku brings you as well. And Leao as well. Somebody that can go one-on-one and beat
more
somebody.
than anyone, Leao. More than anybody, Leao. I mean, that guy is terrifying.
What do you get from all those players is on one-on-one, they can actually beat a player consistently. Not, every once in a while, or
pass it 5 yards.
Jared, it's not just consistent. That's Leao's skill set. That is his fucking modus operandi.
Well, he can dribble. He can at least dribble with the ball.
he's a unit too, man. That dude's put together.
Andrew, are we that far down? We're saying at least he could dribble.
Hang on. You know when Mendy came in, he got boosted up because he caught a cross from the corner. That's how the standards are bad. He got built up. Oh yeah, he caught a cross. And I tell you what, look at Lewis. Listen, I think Lewis Hall has done great, right? He's done great the last 2 games. But look at something he's been like, just because he's played better than some of these players. It's the standards. I swear to God, if Ziyech would have scored 2 goals Wednesday, we'd be hearing, we got to keep Ziyech. He's got to start every single game. It's just nowisms. It's just right now we're that desperate for anything. Right now we're just desperate for anything right now to cling on to.
Well, that's the word, isn't it? Desperation.
Yeah, and then anything positive, we go over the top instead of going, okay, that's great. If we won today, I would have been happy with the result. But let's see what you do when you get back from the World Cup.
Yeah.
Go on. Here's a thought. I will do this best, and this has not. Just go on a 5-game winning run. I'm not even saying double figures. Go on a 5-game winning run and see what you can do in the league. Not another competition in the league. Go on a 5-game winning run.
That's right. That's what you got to start. That's going to be your first goal.
Yeah. When's the last time that happened at this club? A 5-game league winning run.
So let me put this plug in real quick. Tomorrow we will be doing the barbecue, and we will be reviewing the first part before the World Cup. We will be going through absolute dross and crap. So bring your hip waders, bring a mask, because it's gonna get deep up in this motherfucker.
And I'm not even putting barbecue on my ribs. It's straight up vodka.
buddy, no. I want to do like a whiskey. I want to do like a whiskey base, just to get it nice and tart. Oh my God!
No, I'm gonna wear the helmet that you're supposed to put beers in.
Hey,
But
by the way, I want to say
I'm gonna have Jim
everybody,
Beam on either side.
hey, everybody that's listening to us,
JD
fucking
side.
everybody that's listening to Three Yanks and a Brit right now. By the way, thank you, but also understand we're as frustrated as all of you.
Yeah.
And we got 32 people listening right now. Please like and subscribe. I know that's such a fucking annoying thing that people say, but at the same time, guess what? This show was actually really good. People like Jared, people like Josh, people like Andrew, they're fucking smart as hell. We do mean what we say, and we do want to put on a good show. So all of you guys listening, thank you so much for listening.
I think we've been,
because look, we are as angry as you are. So look, I'd love to take questions if they want to type in questions, Jared. I am down for it too.
I don't think we've even shown any anger this stream.
No. More frustration. More frustration.
I think we've shown more anger and frustration on previous streams. That's how much you've done to us. These set of players.
Oh,
we can't even.
Andrew, now I'm debased to being like. Just depressed.
You know what you've done. You know what you've done to us. These groups. You've taken anger away from us. You've taken our anger from us. You've taken everything. And you know what? Oh, what about the players' mental health? What about our mental health watching you? How about that? How about that? Oh, that's okay, because most of you are flying out to your country squads now in Qatar, where you're going to be pampered on the flight there, and when you get there, for playing shit. But it's okay for us. We've got to waller about this for the next 5 weeks. I wonder whether you're going to turn up against Nottingham Forest on the 27th or something like that.
Yeah,
you disgust me.
These players wouldn't have made it back in my day, because if they would have talked about if somebody would have came into the locker room and said, "Well, my mental health," you know how bad that person would have been bullied, dude. That kid would have been committed.
Here's an idea. Why don't you hire someone to manage your social media if you want to be on social media like other people do? Then you don't have to look at it. All right? They will manage it for you. And
you'll still get money. You'll still get money on social media, dude.
I'm sorry. My mental health, I tell you, I'm worried about the bills next year. Your mental health, everything's paid for. All right? So shut up, man.
Yeah, that's the one thing I want to say. Look. Johnny Minerals had a really good video. Hold on. Andrew, hold on.
Huh?
Objectively, what he was saying about these players, their families, and everybody sees this and all this stuff, that is fine. But I brought this up on my previous live stream, and I said this. Look, if you've ever worked on the docks, right, or if you've ever worked in a really fucking physical manual labor job where you have to get up at 4 a.m., and not just on Mondays, every day, and you are making in a year times that by 5, and that is what these players are making in a week. So if you put that into context, and you want to talk about these players' mental health and the pressure and all of that jazz, let me tell you something about the mental health of someone that has to wake up at 4 a.m. and go on and be a longshoreman and make $8 an hour. Don't you and by the way, and that longshoreman has 2 kids and a wife. Don't you fucking dare tell me about pressure. Don't you fucking dare tell me about mental health. When those people that are often fans of this club have to watch these players making quadruple in a week what these guys make in a year, don't you fucking talk to me about mental health. Because the real mental health is making goddamn sure that you can provide a breakfast for your family tomorrow and worrying if you can provide a dinner. That's real stress. That's real fuck what is going on in my life. No. Not this, oh, you stink on social media to someone that's making 150 grand a week. Get the fuck out of here. Don't you fucking dare patronize the fans that actually pay money to go to your games, because those fans, they know what real struggle is, and what you're going through is none of it. None of it. You are kicking a ball. You are kicking a ball. And Graham Potter is making $12 million a year to teach these guys how to structure themselves in a way to kick a ball. Get the fuck out of here with this struggle and this, oh, we're so fucking harsh on these players. Fuck you. Go be a longshoreman making $7 an hour and having to provide for a family of 2 kids and waking up at 4 a.m. Fuck you.
Well, on that
I'm
note,
sorry. Hey, Jared. Those are the real jobs. Because that's
Well,
real struggle. Those are real jobs. That's real anxiety. You want to talk about real anxiety? That's real anxiety.
dude, I've been there, done that. Got a T-shirt.
I am. Well, I mean, I'm not going to comment on it, but I know that you understand.
Yeah. I used to wake up at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning and drive 500 miles a day in a rock bucket. So, been there, done that.
Don't tell me that these fucking guys have got mental health struggles. Shut up. You kick a ball. You kick a ball.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
We've been going on for over an hour. You know, I don't have
No.
much left to say.
I want to hear what Andrew has to say. What I just said, because it was a diatribe on pretty much coddling of players.
I think yours was a response to my diatribe. I'm not going to respond to your diatribe after I responded to my diatribe. I agree. Listen, they don't know the harsh things, you know, stuff like that. I'm just sick of, you know, don't act like these players actually look at their social media things, man. That's a load of bollocks. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just one of those things. They'll never know what it's like, you know, like Lewis and Fata traveling up to Newcastle or anything like that, you know, trying to like have a budget or something to watch these guys go around it. They don't care, man. They don't care. I don't care about. They don't care about. I don't care where they're from Timbuktu to Cobham. They are all in the same boat to me. I just don't care. That's why I don't like them as a collective. I don't like them.
I have a therapy jingle for them if they get butt hurt by social media.
Yeah.
Here it goes. I learned this when I was very, very young, so it's very, very old wisdom. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me.
Yeah.
Just repeat that and you'll be okay.
Hey, but by the way, guess what? Making a couple million a year, it's always gravy. So what the fuck are we even talking about?
And like you're following fans anyway, you're only following other famous people to begin with. Don't even say that you're following us, yeah. You just look at it says it just says when you're trending. That's the only time you look at it. You don't look at any other personal accounts. Don't even try it. Plus you block it. You should block and mute anyway. That's what we all do. Block and mute.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about done. I need to go eat. I haven't eaten today. And
what are you gonna eat? Hey, what are you gonna eat? What do you got?
I think I'm gonna get some Chinese.
Oh, nice. What do you got?
Some pepper steak.
Hey, Andrew, what do you got cooking? What are you gonna do?
I don't know, man. I might make a omelette, something like that. Put some
very nice
peppers and mushrooms, something like that. Mix it all up. Take my mind off this bullshit, and then.
Oh, he got the twang in there. That's good. I give you high grades on that one.
Bullshit.
All right. What about you? How's that tossed salad coming?
Delicious. So yeah, I mean, look, I'm gonna make Beck's burritos. Is what I do, and then I'm gonna throw on apropos
some special sauce.
Apropos to this conversation, I'm gonna throw on Dazed and Confused and allow all my guests to watch it.
There you go.
Yeah, man.
Well, from all of us to all of you, thank you for tuning in. Tune in again on Sunday for the barbecue. Until then, I don't know. Don't jump off a building.
Sure.
Later.